A member of the House Intelligence Committee, which will be holding a closed-door hearing with Michael Cohen tomorrow. So, Congressman, have you heard anything today that would lead you to believe that the president committed a high crime or misdemeanor?
Yes, but I'm not going to make a conclusion. I've heard evidence. Evidence is not a conclusion, but it's a reason to keep looking and testing other accounts. So, Katie, and I'm going to focus on Russia. Frankly, I don't really care too much about the payoffs to the women, and I don't think most people do either. As it relates to Russia, we learned that the president was in contact with Roger Stone. We saw in our investigation that all the evidence pointed in that direction, that they talked throughout the campaign, and that it would have been unnatural if Roger Stone didn't share his conversations with WikiLeaks. We learned that Donald Trump Jr. did tell his father about the Trump Tower meeting. And again, that matches with what we learned throughout our investigation, which was they were so close, they talked so often, that it would have been unnatural for him not to read in his father. So we're starting to see more color filled in, but we have, again, more witnesses to interview.
Who will you be calling in after you heard this testimony today? I know Michael Cohen was asked who he would call in, and he mentioned Alan Weisselberg, he mentioned Alan Garten, Don Jr., members of the Trump Organization, Rona Graff potentially. Who else do you want to talk to?
You just nailed it right there. The Trump Organization is not that big, by the way. We found out, that the president presents himself as running like a massive empire, being a billionaire. It was actually a very small office. And so many of those people have already testified. Rona Graff testified to the Intelligence Committee. And so I think probing inconsistencies there, whether it's the Government Reform Committee or Intelligence, that's going to have to happen.
Will you bring her back, given Michael Cohen's statement that he heard Roger Stone and the president talking about a WikiLeaks dump and that Rona patched him in?
I'll leave that to Mr. Schiff, but she's a relevant witness. And Katie, I kept hearing these attacks on Michael Cohen's credibility, but you have to remember, he has watched what's happened to Paul Manafort. He went from a cooperator to having a reduced sentence, to lying in his cooperation, to seeing his sentence dramatically increase. I have a very hard time believing that Michael Cohen, as a cooperator, knowing that you can be nailed if you lie, would come in and lie again to Congress. There was just so many things that just rang of truth. That's why I think we have a lot more now to pursue. Go ahead.
Do you expect to see any evidence that Michael Cohen was not able to give to the committee today in this open hearing? Any evidence that might pertain to what happened with Russia or Donald Trump's relationship with Russia?
We expect to have additional evidence that was not presented today, because Michael Cohen, you saw in the hearing today, said that he's going to respect our committee, the Intelligence Committee's jurisdiction. But also, is the president's defenders say, well, this is Cohen's word versus Trump's word. It's important to know that it's not Cohen's word versus Trump's word. Cohen is the only one who has gone under oath. James Comey went under oath. We have all of their word versus nothing. So the state of the evidence is Cohen's word, and it's uncontroverted unless Donald Trump goes under oath to Mueller or some congressional committee.
Will the Democrats file articles of impeachment? Will the Democrats all get behind articles of impeachment?
I don't think we're there yet. We have evidence of serious wrongdoing, and that's not a conclusion. But we have all the reason in the world to keep looking and do the work that we weren't able to do 2 years ago. Had we been able to do this 2 years ago, we wouldn't be here right now. But Republicans were protecting the president, not our democracy. So now we're going to work on that order.
Congressman Eric Swalwell. Congressman, thank you so much, and good luck tomorrow. We appreciate it.
Thank you.